Hello, my dear children. I, Mcq, your English teacher, warmly welcome you all to your English class of Shiksha Darpan program, sponsored by OSEPA, the School and Mass Education Department, Government of Odisha. Dear children, in our previous classes, we have gone through a very nice short play. Did you remember that one? Yes, that was the play The Tiger, the Brahman and the Jackal, a nice play from the Panchatantra stories. Today, before proceeding ahead, let's watch a short video of the whole story once
On
again.
a time, a tiger was caught in a trap. He tried in vain to get out through the bars and rode a bit with anger and grief when he failed. By chance, a poor Brahmin came by. "Let me out of this cage, O pious one," cried the tiger. "Nay, my friend," replied the Brahmin mildly. "Not at all," swore the tiger with many oaths. "On the contrary, I should be forever thankful and serve you as a slave." Now, when the tiger sobbed, sighed, wept and swore, the pious Brahmin's heart softened, and at last he consented to open the door of the cage. Out popped the tiger, and seizing the poor man, cried, "What a fool you are! What is to prevent my eating you now? For after staying in the cage so long, I'm just terribly hungry." In vain the Brahmin requested for his life. At last he could get a promise from the tiger that he would abide by the decision of the first, a tree. What it thought of the matter, but the tree replied coldly, "What have you to complain about? Don't I give shade?" And on the way he met a jackal who called out, "Why, what's the matter, Mr. Brahmin? You look as miserable as a fish out of water." The Brahmin told him all that had occurred. "How very confusing," said the jackal. By which the tiger would, said the tiger, "What a fool you are! I was in the cage." Of course," cried the jackal, pretending to tremble with fear. "Yes, I was in the cage." Stepping into the cage, cried, "This way! Now do you understand how it was?" "Perfectly," grinned the jackal as he quickly shut the door. "And if you will permit me to say so, I think matters will remain as they were."
Children, let's recapitulate it. The scene one was like this. A tiger falls into a trap. A Brahman helps him come out, but the ungrateful tiger wants to kill and eat him. And the scene 2 was like this. The people tree and the old dog say that they also suffer. People are ungrateful to them, they support the tiger. And the scene 3 was like this. A jackal takes pity on the Brahman. He puts the tiger back into the trap by his clever tricks. He lets the Brahman go free. That was the whole story that we discussed. Now, let's go for some MCQ questions. Let's see how you recollected. While in the trap, the tiger sees dash, a jackal passing by, a poor Brahman passing by, an old dog coming close, a peepal tree standing close. The answer is a poor Brahman passing by. Number 2, the Brahman helps the tiger to come out of the trap, but the tiger wants to kill the Brahman. This is an act of dash, kindness, ungratefulness, gratitude, or unselfishness? Yes, the answer is ungratefulness. Okay. Now, question number 3. The Brahman and the tiger meet dash, dash and dash on the way. A jackal, an old dog, a neem tree, a peepal tree and a fox, a peepal tree, a jackal and an old dog. Yes, the answer is number 4. A peepal tree, a jackal and an old dog. Question number 4. The peepal tree and the old dog support dash. काहाकु सपोर्ट करथिला पीपल ट्री? द ब्राह्मण, द टाइगर, द जैकल, बोथ द ब्राह्मण एंड द जैकल. द आंसर इज द पीपल ट्री एंड द डॉग सपोर्टेड द टाइगर. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. द अनग्रेटफुल टाइगर इज सट बैक इन द ट्रैप बिकॉज ऑफ डैश. केमिति से सट बैक हे पारला? नंबर 1, द क्लेवर ट्रिक्स ऑफ द जैकल. नंबर B, the prayer of the poor Brahman. C, the tiger's sudden change of mind. ता मनरे व्यापक परिवर्तन आसिला. Number 4, the support of the people tree and the Brahman. The answer is the prayer of the poor Brahman, isn't it? Now children, some comprehension questions for you. Briefly we shall discuss. Where did the tiger fall in? कोठी टाइगर पड़ी जाइथिला? द टाइगर फेल इन ए ट्रैप, केज रे. नंबर 2, हु हेल्प द टाइगर टू कम आउट ऑफ द ट्रैप? किए ताऊ साहाय्य करथिला? द पुअर काइंड हार्टेड ब्राह्मण हेल्प द टाइगर टू कम आउट ऑफ द ट्रैप, इजंट इट? नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. व्हाट डिड द टाइगर वांट टू डू विथ द ब्राह्मण? जेते साहाय्य पाइला, टाइगर बाहर को आसिला, से ब्राह्मण प्रति केमती व्यवहार करथिला? द टाइगर इमीडिएटली वांटेड टू किल एंड ईट द ब्राह्मण, इजंट इट? क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. whom did the tiger and the Brahman meet? When they were searching for who did they meet? The tiger and the Brahman met a peepal tree, an old dog and finally a jackal. Who finally helped the Brahman? किए तांको साहाय्य करथिला? ब्राह्मणों के साहाय्य कला? Yes, the answer is the jackal finally helped the Brahman. So children, the last question is like this: was the jackal foolish, mad or clever? कहले देखी. Yes, the jackal was really very clever one, very cunning one, very tactful, isn't it? Now children, what the people tree said is true. What is that? The people are very ungrateful to them. What the tiger told, that was also correct, that was also true. It means the people are not at all helpful to them. That was the nature of our environment, our society, they told. There is a similar story for you, having the same type of facts. Let's read the story and watch it. The name of the story is The Fisherman and the Genie. Okay. See the slides and listen me carefully. There lived a poor fisherman with his wife and children in a hut near the sea. One day, as usual, he went to the sea. He threw the net into the sea. When he pulled out, he felt it very heavy, but there is no fish. So he felt sad. Again, he threw the net for the second time. This time, a few shells and big stones. Then, when he tried it for the third time, he found it heavier. This time too, he did not see any fish, but a big brass jar with a lid. Taking the jar out of the net, he opened it A lot of smoke came out of it. Suddenly, a genie appeared in the smoke. On seeing this, he screamed, and the genie said, "I will kill you now." The genie shouted. "Why?" answered the fisherman. I haven't done you any harm. Please don't kill me. I was in the jar. I was not free. Now I am free. I will kill you and eat you up," said the genie. The fisherman was afraid then. Then he thought a plan. What did he say? He said, "All right, you can kill me, but I don't believe what you say. You are very big. How could you come out of this small jar?" The genie got angry. "How dare you say? I cannot come out of this jar. I can take any form. I can take the form of an elephant or become even a small ant." "Is it? Can you become an ant?" said the fisherman cleverly. "Surely," said the genie, and immediately took the form of an ant and got into the jar again. The fisherman immediately, without losing any time, what did he do? He shut the jar tight, and with a grin he said, "Thank you, now you cannot kill me." Then he threw the jar into the sea and returned home rapidly and very happily. Now children, let's go through the story, The Fisherman and the Genie once more in detail. Now we shall try to understand it line by line. There lived a poor fisherman. You can see on the visual, a poor fisherman was there. Fisherman means a person who is skilled in fishing. ना आमे ताकू धीबर बोली कहि परिबा. A poor fisherman, जने गरीब fisherman टे थिला. कोड थिला? With his wife and children in a hut. Hut means छोटो कुड़िया, नहीं? Made up of mud, thatched house. You can see with his wife and children. परिवार सहित रहुतला. कोठी पिले? Near the sea. You know what is a sea? You can see on the visual. The sea is there. सी पाखरे समुद्र पाखरे छोटो कुड़िया भितरे जने धीबर ता परिवार ता स्त्री एवं पिला छुआ सहित रहुतला. Then what happened? One day, as usual, he went to the sea because it is his profession. Every day he goes there, goes for fishing. And what did he do there? He threw his net into the sea. Deep sea रे से net जाल पकेला. And when he pulled it out, जेतल तो भिड़ी की बाहर कला. Pull out माने टाणी आपिले. Pull push. आमे यूज करथिबा pull or push opposite words. He pulled it out. ताको भिड़ी की बाहर कला. He felt it very heavy. Heavy is the opposite of light. हालुकार opposite. ता माने कोन पिले heavy माने ओजनिया भारी लागिबा. He felt it very happy. Felt is the V2 form of feel. से अनुभव कला बहुत ओजनिया ताको लागिला. He saw a log of wood. सेते गोटे काठ गंडीटे देखिला. In the net. He felt sad. कहीं पिले से sad हैला? कारण से माछ धरिया पाई नेट पकैथिला ना, किंतु नेट रे कोन आसिला? गोटे काठ गंडी. So he felt sad. तापर कोन कला? He threw the net for the second time. Second time he threw it. This time he got a few shells and big stones. Shells are small creatures you find in the sea beach. They live in saline waters. And big stones. खाली पत्थर आउ कि सामुका पाइला. पुणी डिप्रेस्ड हो गला. Then he tried it for the third time. Tried it means throwing the net. He threw the net for the third time. First time failed. Second time failed. So he tried for the third time. He found it heavier. एथर ताको आहुरी ओजनिया लागिला. देख पिला से हेवी थिला, एथर लागला हेवियर. It is a comparative degree. पूर्व ओजन थारू ए ओजन आउटे बेसी थिला. When we compare, we go for comparative degree of adjectives and adverbs. So सेथिबा हमें कोन देखिले? He found it heavier. एथर ताको बेसी ओजन लागिला. This time too he did not see any fish. There was no fish in that net. He was depressed. But a big brass jar with a lid was there. एटा काहे ओजन लागुथुला ना because of that big brass jar. Brass कहले पिले बुझी परछो? पित्तल आमे ओडिया ताको ना से जार गोटे लीड माने पिले कभर थिबा गोटे ब्रास जारटे पाइला जोटा बहुत ओजन ताको लागुथला ब्रास गोटे ओजनिया मेटाल पिले हैला टेकिंग द जार आउट ऑफ द नेट he opened it. He means the fisherman. What did the fisherman do next? He opened that one, took out it out of the net and then opened it. When he opened it, he was startled. आश्चर्य हो गला, surprised हो गला, he is amazed. A lot of smoke came out of it. It means out of that brass jar. से brass jar भितरु पूरा धुआं बाहरला. A lot of smoke came out. And suddenly a genie appeared in the smoke. एवं गोटे जिनीटे होगला गोटे भूतटे गोटे घोस्ट तैयारी होगला सडनली ए जिनी अपियर्ड से स्मोकटा कौन है जमाट बांधी गोटे भूतर आकार धारण कला एवं से कौन कहला आई विल किल यू नाउ साउटेड जिनी साउटेड माने पिले रड़ी छाड़िबा चित्कार करिबा जोर रे कहिबा हां साउटेड आई किल यू नाउ तोते मु वर्तमान खाइबी तोते मारी देबी वर्तमान ऑन सीइंग द जिनी ही स्क्रीम्ड माने पिले अत्यधिक भयभीत होई चित्कार करिबा ए शार्प क्राई डरी गला Why? asked the fisherman and said, I haven't done you any harm. Please don't kill me. अरे मोते कहीं मारिबो Why? कौन पाई asked the fisherman. काहू पचरला asked the fisherman to that genie. I haven't done any harm. harm माने पिले क्षति बा असुविधा मु तो तोर किछि क्षति करनी किछि तो मोर अनिष्ट करनी बरं तो मुक्ति देली I haven't done any harm. टिके भी तर क्षति मु करिनी प्लीज डोंट किल मी प्लीज he requested not to kill him as he did not commit any mistake, he did not do any mistake to him and did not do any harm to him. So honestly he requested to forgive him and not to kill him to spare his life. Then genie said, I was in the jar, I was not free. Now I am free, I will kill you and eat you up, said the genie. So genie कौन कहला हाँ ठीक जे बट आई वाज इन द जार आई वाज ट्रैप्ड देयर मु ता भितर बंदी होइथिली आई वाज नॉट फ्री सेतेल तो मुक्त नथिली मोर फ्रीडम नथिला मु बंदी जीवन यापन करूथली नाउ आई एम फ्री बर्तमान तो मुक्त आई विल किल यू एंड ईट यू अप नाउ इट्स माय टर्न व्हाट मे आई कैन डू व्हाट कैन आई लाइक आई कैन डू दैट आई विल किल यू एंड ईट यू अप तते मु पूरा आज गिली देबी पूरा सेड द जिनी The fisherman was afraid of the genie. He did not know what to do. So he was in terrible condition. He was very afraid. Okay, he did not know what to do. He scared, and then suddenly he got a clever idea and said, idea means गोटे भावना मन गोटे नुआ प्लान गोटे चिंता आसीगला पिले मुसीबत समय असुविधा समय आम जदि आम प्रत्युत्पन्नमता व्यवहार न करिबा ताहले आम असुविधार पड़ जावा देख से जेहेतु क्लेभर थिला संगे संग ए क्लेभर आइडिया केम टू हिम एंड ही सेड कौन कहला ऑल राइट यू कैन किल मी बट आई डोंट बिलीव व्हाट यू से ठीक अच्छे तुम्हें मत मारिब किंतु तुम कथार मोर विश्वास ना आई डोंट बिलीव योर वर्ड्स आई कुड नॉट हैव ट्रस्ट ऑन यू तुम ऊपर मोर विश्वास भी नहीं यू आर वेरी बिग यू आर लुकिंग सो ग्रेट ए ह्यूज वन हाउ कुड यू कम आउट ऑफ दिस जार ये जो छोट जारटा तुम्हें जार भीतर केमती रहिल तुम कथा तो मत विश्वास आसुनी आई कुड नॉट बिलीव यू द जिनी गॉट एंग्री ए कथार तो जिनी रागिगला पूरा ही बिवेल्डर्ड प्रबल जोर रागिगला हाउ डेयर यू से आई कैनॉट कम आउट ऑफ दिस जार तो कि साहस कम नुहे रे हाउ डेयर यू से आई कैनॉट कम आउट ऑफ दिस जार मुझे जार भीतर आसपारि आई कैन टेक एनी फॉर्म आई कैन टेक एनी फॉर्म मीन्स फॉर्म माने पिले आकार आकृति आई कैन टेक एनी फॉर्म मुझे जेकोसी फॉर्म नहीं पारिबी जेकोसी आकृति नहीं पारिबी आई कैन टेक द फॉर्म ऑफ एन एलिफेंट और बिकम इवन अ स्मॉल एंट चाहिए गोटे विराट बड़ एलिफेंट हो पारिबी एवं चाहिए गोटे छोट रु छोट स्मॉल एंट भी हो पारिबी सेड द जिनी हाउ डिड ही से एंग्रीली इज इट सो सतरे इज इट सो Can you become an ant? सतरे तुम्हें ant ही परिवा? Said the fisherman cleverly. It was a tricky question, a cunning question. He asked it knowingly, deliberately asked this question. Okay, जने रागी थिया समय रे ताकू अधिक रगेई ताकू भूल करिया पाई प्रोत्साहित करिया पाई intentionally, knowingly he put this question. कारण आमे रागिले ही भूल करिबा. आमे प्रथम स्टोरी पढ़िथिले टाइगर रागी थिला भूल करथिला एवं ट्रैप्ड हेथिला. आज पुणी सेही भूल के कमिट करूची द जिन्नी से सी बहुत रगेदेला श्योरली सेड द जिन्नी एंड इमिडिएटली टुक द फॉर्म ऑफ एन आंट एंड गट इनटू द जार अगेन देख पिले तले छोट जारटा अच्छी से ब्रास जार ता भितर से केमती गोटे आंट हो जाऊँगी आ धीरे धीरे पशि जाऊँगी क्या भितर से जार भितर से कहला श्योरली निश्चित एंड इमिडिएटली मीन इंस्टांटली सून ही टुक द फॉर्म ऑफ एन आंट एवं सांगे सांगे कौ फॉर्म धरला कौ आकार धारण कला गोटे आंट्र आउे कौन कला एंड गट इनटू द जार एंड फाइनली ही गट इन दैट जार द फिशरमैन इमिडिएटली शॉट द जार टाइट एंड सेड विथ ए ग्रीन ग्रीन माने हसी केमती कहवा अन्य को परिहास करने जो प्रकार हस हस हसा जाए हस पुणी विभिन्न प्रकार पिले अच्छी तुम बड़ हेल्ले जान स्माइल अच्छी लाफ अच्छी ग्रीन अच्छी केते प्रकार हस अच्छी अन्य को परिहास कला भाया थट्टा कला भाया व्हेन वी वांट टू मेक समबडी जोक और मेकिंग फन ऑफ हिम एट द टाइम वी ग्रीन एठी सेठी से कहूची नाउ आई बिलीव योर स्टोरी माय फ्रेंड यू कैनॉट कम आउट एंड एनी मोर एंड किल मी आउ तो बाहरी पारिबनी आउ मते मारी पारिबनी द फिशरमैन इमिडिएटली शट द जार एंड टोल्ड लाइक दैट ही वाज वेटिंग फॉर दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी व्हेन दैट जिनी टुक द फॉर्म ऑफ एन आंट एंड गट इनटू दैट jar he was waiting for that opportunity without losing a time in a fraction of time he immediately shut the door shut the jar tight put the lid on that jar and then what did he do with that jar then he threw the jar into the sea and returned home happily तापर कौन कला से जार टाकू गभीर समुद्र मध्य फोपाड़ी देला आउ घर को खुशी मन में फेरी आसला ताले आम गपटी जानिले पिले राग आमु केमिति चंडाल भली आमर डिस्ट्रक्शन आमको टाणी निए आम ए स्टोरी रे जानी पारले अच्छा पिले एडे सुंदर स्टोरीटा पढ़ी सारा पर आम निश्चित किसी कम्प्रिहेंशन क्वेश्चन विषय डिस्कसन करवा ता आगु देयर आर सम न्यू वर्ड्स फॉर यू फिशरमैन वन हु कैचेस फिश प्रोफेशनली हट मीन्स अ स्मॉल मड हाउस कुड़िया लॉग ए पीस ऑफ हेवी वुड काठ गंडी बा काठ लॉग तुम्हें कहि पारिबो सैड अनहैप्पी सेल मीन्स अ स्मॉल सी क्रिएचर सामुका जिनी अ घोस्ट स्क्रीम मेक ए शार्प क्राई चित्कार करिबा जोरे चिल्लेबा इमिडिएटली मीन इंस्टेंटली प्रॉम्प्टली सून बहुत जल्दी बिलीव टू हैव फेथ इन समबडी और समथिंग कहा उपरे बा कोनोसी जिनिस उपरे विश्वास रखिबा को कहा जाए बिलीव इज ए verb. Now children, some comprehension questions from this briefly we shall discuss now. First question number 1, who are there in the story? You have heard the story. Now recall who are there in the story. There are a fisherman and a genie in the story. Two characters are there, okay, the prominent characters in the story, and they are a fisherman and a genie. Question number 2, where did the fisherman live? Mane pakela, recall where they were living, where he was living. Fisherman कोउट रोथला. The fisherman lived in a hut near the sea. समुद्र कूल रे गोटे छोट कुड़िया रे ता वाइफ एवं पिला मान सहित रोथला नुह कि. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हाट डिड द फिशरमैन डू एट द सी एवरी डे? से सबदिन समुद्र कहीं जाउथला. एवरी डे ही यूज्ड टू गो टू द सी एंड कैच फिश. His intention was to catch fish because that was his profession, na? So he usually go there for catching fish. Number 4, what did the fisherman see in the net when he pulled it out of the third time? Third time जेतबेले से पुल कला कौन देखतिला? The fisherman saw a big brass jar with a lid when he pulled it out third time. There was a big brass jar, गोटे बड़ पितल जार टे से पाइथिला. Number 5, what did the fisherman do with that brass jar? से brass jar से कौन करथिला? The fisherman took the jar out of the net and opened it. तापर ता खोली देला ना. Number 6, what happened when he opened the lid of the brass jar? जेतले से खोलीला कौन हैला? A lot of smoke came out of it. ना. Suddenly a genie appeared in the smoke. जने genie appear कला ता भितरु. Number 7, what did the genie say to the fisherman when he came out of the jar? genie ताम कौन कहिला? The genie shouted at the fisherman and threatened to kill him immediately. चित्कार करी कहला ताको मारिदेव. What idea did the fisherman get to get rid of the genie? Number 9 is very easy. What form did the genie take to get into the jar? It took the form of a small ant. And 10th number question is, what did the fisherman do when the genie got into the jar? The fisherman immediately shut the jar tight, then he threw the jar into the sea and returned home happily. That was the story and the comprehension question. Please read them and enjoy the story. Thank you.